Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Luke Humphries. You're watching the back nine of the second round of the Northwest Arkansas Open, brought to you guys by Dynamic Discs Northwest Arkansas and also Fayette Chill. We are at JB Hunt Park in Springdale, Arkansas, and joining me in the booth today, Zach Johnson.
Thanks for having me, Luke.
Always a pleasure.
As you'll see here on this front nine, we got a battle between Prezi and Nikko here.
Also on the card for your viewing pleasure, Kyle Klein and Joel Freeman. These are the four highest rated players in the field. No surprise, we find them up top. Few people with hot rounds going on thus far. I'm one of them.
I see you over there, Mr. Nine Down.
Yeah.
You have it going.
Yeah, not a bad round thus far. Heading into hole 10, which is our first par 4 of the round and also plays as the hardest hole on the course, Zach.
Yeah, so you'll see here the creek line on the right is flagged OB, and the middle section, ignore that. That is just a road, but the far left path over there plays OB across that once it gets to the path here. And then that also plays as a strip of OB.
Yep, the green is lined in it. It's kind of a peninsula out there. Being that the street is now out of bounds, you can see how close it is behind the basket and to the right of the basket. Any rollaways will find themselves out of bounds, costing you a stroke.
And that green is extremely sloped left to right there.
Kyle, bit of a slow start on that front nine. Lots of birdies to pick up here on the back if he wants.
He's asking it for it to not skip off the path, and
Yep.
for good reason. If you catch that path, you can catch that flare skip OB over the left path.
Yep, definitely can. That's a good, safe play, though. I think left of the driveway is probably the safest play. It's not necessarily the best entry to the green, though, which I think Joel is going for here. He lands right of the path.
Oh, he catches it.
Okay, so he's over there with Kyle. That's going to play more of like a backhand putter shot, and I think the distance it's precarious. It involves a lot of touch.
Yeah, especially with that OB on there with the slope green. You'll see why this plays hard. Prezi lacing one out there, just needs to get down.
All right, so he'll be kind of in no man's land. That's right behind the tree. Guessing that because he's throwing backhand only, he'll be playing a spike hyzer into that green.
Right. That spot would play great for a side armor down the path, but very interesting for Prezi with the only backhand.
That looks like a path skipper.
It does. And as you see there, the guys don't really want to mess with that OB right. There's no really reason to challenge that.
Now, if you went OB right, you'd be taking it so far back, too. There's no reason to be doing that.
As you said, it does open up the angle of approach for the green, but it's just so risky.
All right, so Nikko playing that straight shot.
I'd say this is about 250 to 260 from the pin.
Oh,
roughly.
that's so good. Falling away from him, if he airs it past the basket, it's out of bounds for sure. I think that kind of helps the other guys judge the distance a bit, too.
Prezi going with the low line skipper. It's a really smart, safe play, actually. It takes away the rollaway, takes away the OB. Still gives him an opportunity for birdie. Joel drifting towards that OB.
Met the ground quick enough, but that'll be a treacherous putt for him from about circle's edge. The ramifications for a bad shot there could cost him 2 strokes. Now Kyle from the furthest position.
Also drifting a little bit, but still getting to the ground. Perfect.
Yeah, making that hole look easy. Ooh, yeah.
Good convert from Joel there. As you said, if you don't catch the chains and sit down, then could be a 2-stroke swing.
Yeah, we heard him ask for it to stay up, but plenty of pace.
Right into the heart of the chains.
Perfect putt from Joel. Well played hole. He's picking up strokes on folks. The birdie there is great. See if Andrew Presnell can keep pace.
Prezi also knocking down the birdie. So our guys here are playing this hole really amazing. And
Dude, they played even par on hole 1 And here they are on the hardest hole on the course. Shredding it up.
Shredding it.
And that looks like it's an all-star for him. Just a piece job. And you can't really say enough about how a good shot like Nikko first, showing these guys like what the distance is, how hard he threw it, everything about Nikko's shot gave him the aggressive, just the green light.
Yeah, it's kind of setting it as a pace horse out there. Like, hey, this is the way to do it. This is the way to see it.
Yep. And we're still tied at the top between Andrew Presnell and Nikko Locastro heading into hole 11. Plays as a righty spike hyzer. In years past, these shrubs that we're flying over now have played taller. You kind of had to choose which one you wanted to go in between. But this year, it's basically a free-for-all. This is a must-get for these guys.
272 probably plays closer to 310 with the uphill. Wow. Perfect distance, just a little left there from Kyle.
Kyle's throwing darts.
As you said, just as a textbook spike hyzer play here.
Yep.
All
2 for 2 inside 15.
Every one of these guys should definitely be having a birdie op. Prezi going the low line with the drone.
I love it.
He puts it underneath the basket.
If you don't have to worry about those shrubs anymore, the height used to be a big deal. The teeth of this hole taken away.
Nikko throwing that adder, however you say it there.
All right. That's a very stable disc. Got to the ground a little quicker than he wanted. He's going to be the man needing to work for his birdie.
And as you see, it just sneaks left side chains on him. Not quite forward enough.
Yep.
Looks like he might be left out of the birdies here.
Definitely appearing that way.
And that's frustrating because I feel like this might be one of the easier holes on the course. As far as just openness, no trouble. Stock shot hyzer.
Yeah, I think Nikko's birdieing that one 8 out of 10 times, maybe 9.
Correct.
Heading into hole 12, which is an interesting hole, Zach.
Super tough hole here. Probably one of the hardest to pick up in my opinion. It's just the green is so tricky in particular. You got to throw like a long stretch hyzer, but it has to get to the ground at the right time because as you can see here, if you get to the basket and you don't get to the ground, you're going to go ahead and go flying down that hill.
Flying down the hill. And that matters for putts as well. Anybody outside the circle, definitely in the back of their mind as they're running it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is a mistake from Kyle. He'll be at the bottom of the hill, most likely with a terrible spot, pitching out, I'd guess. This is the hard part about this hole, Zach.
There's danger.
You don't want to have to hit this little window gap. This looks fantastic. Just a little bit short, but that was directly on line. So instead of hitting the little gap, you throw it high. But to get it to the basket, your disc needs to be low. So the shot is, it's very specific.
One of the tougher ones on the course, in my opinion.
This is too straight. Needs to hook up fast.
Sneaking through there for maybe a look at birdie.
That's about 35 feet down the hill, staring at a drop-off death putt.
Definitely a scary putt. Nikko opting for the Cenas here.
I love this.
Looking real good. Little short, but right there on the dance floor.
So hard to park. I think that's really what you're asking for, what Nikko just did. Kind of got to hit your 25-footer for birdie on this one.
As you see, Kyle
ended up in a better spot than it looked like, and that was fantastic little tactic forehand from him.
Right, as you can see, Kyle struggling.
Wow.
Prezi draining the death putt there.
Ice in his veins, man. That's a great pickup from Prez.
I mean, if you don't touch metal there, you're looking at a 45-foot comeback, 40-foot comeback.
Yeah, you're flying past Bob. Spinning the catch cam on putts is not what you're trying to do.
And a nice pickup there from Joel as
Also
well.
a really good shot, yeah. And Nikko, thinking maybe he was getting a stroke on the card, just needs that to keep pace, which he does.
And Kyle feeling a little left out on this one.
Honestly, though, after that tee shot, I think he's happy taking that par.
Oh, absolutely. Feels like a birdie. Yep, as you hear him say, good up and down.
Yeah. Headed into hole 13, man. It's 225 feet, but super difficult. The drone's flying down the forehand route, which I kind of like, but the backhand route is also there. Neither of the routes are fully there, though, you know what I'm saying?
Let's be real. The real route on this, if you have it,
Grenade. Yep.
Hands down. I saw 3 grenades on my card. I was the only non-grenade.
How'd you guys play it?
What did we get there? 2 down?
Mm-hmm. All right.
3 down, actually.
Oh, look at this little shot from Joel. Getting a little lucky.
What?
Oh, my gosh.
What?
I don't think he could have drawn it up better. I don't know.
Joel playing the overhand pan-skipping shot.
It's like a line drive tomahawk.
It's a really creative shot, and it's actually there. Oh, no,
Prezi playing super stable flex over. And that almost was flirting with the sidewalk over there. Instead, he'll be about 22 feet straddled out for his birdie putt.
Talk about trust. That thing looked not good out of the hand, immediately fighting out of it.
Here's a nade right here from Nikko.
Showing us the line.
Oh.
Little short. Little short.
That'll be one he'll need to pay attention to right about circle's edge. Kyle going that stable mid-range down the right line, same as Prezi. Oh, that's sawed off, though. Missed his gap by 8-10 feet left.
Catching first available, left to scramble again. Just a scrambling day for Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
But he's staying on it, man. I mean, you can pick up bogeys real quick if you're not paying attention and really fighting for these.
Oh. Connection with the tree about halfway, but no problem.
Grinding putt, all smiles from Prezi. Yeah, giving the tree some love.
No, Nikko, same distance.
That spin putt, just a little left side, not forward enough.
Mm-hmm. That's 2 times in 3 holes. He's been about a foot short left from being right there in the sweet spot.
Joel picking up the birdie with that very unique, very creative shot. I love it. I'm going to give him a +1 for style points.
I'm going to give that disc a +1 for rolling 20 feet towards the basket.
Correct. I mean, but with that overhand panning tomahawk shot, that is actually a play.
Mhm.
It does actually roll at the end.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm just jealous. That could be it.
I mean, there's a little bit of good fortune, also good execution.
Yeah. Quick check-in on that leaderboard again. Shows us that Prezi now has a 2-stroke lead after those short misses from Nikko Locastro.
Right. You see there's a lot of guys coming in, 7, 8, 9, and then you see one guy down there at the touching the double digits, Mr. 11 down over here.
Mm-hmm.
Has him a scorcher going on today.
Yeah, I played bad yesterday. Had to bounce back. You guys know how I do.
Yes, sir.
I'm in the clubhouse at 11. These guys on pace to do maybe something similar, but they're going to have to birdie out or near that to do it. Hole 14 now up the hill. We're playing back into the open.
300 foot. It seems pretty open, but it's actually a little more specific than you realize. You'll see either the backhand righty hyzer flip, or a lot of guys will opt for this high, long, stretching sidearm. Likely what Joel's lining up here.
Yeah, they planted some trees since we were here last year that makes the forehand a little trickier. Kind of forces you to throw it higher, which
Yeah,
we
and
see Joel losing a little distance.
I said today, specifically word for word about those trees, I said in 2 or 3 years, this shot that I'm throwing, which was the sidearm over the top like Joel, will not be there.
No. This is more traditional here from Andrew. Just a stable mid-range.
Right on the dance floor.
Perfect shot from him. Yeah, worth noting, too, this is kind of Presnell's backyard. Not exactly where he's living, but he's only a couple hours from here. He's well-versed in these courses. Won tournaments on these courses for sure.
Ozark territory is what we call that.
That's right.
Nikko throwing the nice backhanding flex shot right on the dance floor.
Perfect shot from him.
Trying to keep pace with Andrew, who's only 2 strokes ahead of him.
Kyle's playing that one disc wonder life. And he's playing it pretty well.
Good looking shot from Kyle there.
Yep.
Joel converting a really nice putt from about 28, 30 foot.
Mm-hmm. High in the chains. It was good for another 10.
And as you can see, the wind not being as much of a factor today as we dealt with yesterday.
This putt yesterday would have been treacherous, man.
Any one of these would have been just focus, get it in there.
Yep, just like that. An all-star for this card, giving it to Prezi. He's going to go through his whole routine, though, which I love seeing.
Right. He never lets a single stroke just slip away, whereas you see some guys just walk up there and tap that in.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to be the guy to give one away. Hole 15, through this somewhat of a gap here, and then up the hill, 341. But, Zach, I think it plays more like 380.
Yeah, I actually Bushnelled this one. 365 is what I had off the box, and slightly uphill on top of that. So, yeah, you're not wrong, man. It plays pretty far.
That's a gator from... Is that his gator?
It is. That is a gator.
He's just ripping on that understable gator like
Wow.
a savage.
And he was saying it's a torque-resistant mid-range. It flies like a rock, but just further.
Yep. It's a great play from Prezi. I think forcing that thing over is the way to do it, just like we've seen 2 times in a row.
And as you see, Prezi says, somebody's closer.
Man, Prezi's not working very hard for these birdies lately. I like to see it. Oh, my gosh. Look at this disc.
And Nikko on the full flex.
Is that one stable?
Total commitment. I think Nikko finally found something he likes.
That was a roller angle, people. And one disc wonder.
Stay up. Yeah, as you can see, just Kyle today, kind of common theme, struggling off the box a little bit, left with a lot of meat left on the bone.
These are the putts Kyle hits, though, late in the round. 50 feet. He feasts on these. I was setting him up nicely. And I'll stick by my word. Seen him drain a ton of them in the crucial situations. Great birdie from Nikko.
Nikko picking up the bird. Can't really tell, but if he doesn't catch basket there, that's a little bit of a death putt, even though he's kind of close.
Yep.
Definitely more elevation at this course than Creekside.
Joel, after a smash gator 3, he's just got 12 feet left for this thing.
I can't believe he got that thing to fly that far. That's outstanding. Prezi with the bag putt.
Keeping his 2-stroke lead over Nikko intact, heading into hole 16. Really the last teeth on the course.
Right. I mean, you'll see here, this is 381 downhill, but it has a creek just short of it. And that thing is a magnet. It pulls the discs in there.
Yeah, and all the trees right around the basket love kicking you back into it. So your best bet's to throw this thing long. Trust your putting. And this forehand plays perfect.
Definitely sets up well for the sidearm or the lefty because of the...
That's great. He knows it too.
Wow. Perfect shot from Joel. Couldn't ask for anything better.
And this is the straight mid-range play from Prezi.
Needs to get flat.
Yeah, he just gave that one too much height. Didn't commit to that flat release. But he's safe. And I bet you that was his number one goal.
Yeah, I guarantee you he was just like, get across, make sure you're in bounds. Don't even play with that OB.
Is he playing that stable disc again right here?
You know it. It's that Lucid X Otter. Adder. However you say that.
The AT?
No, ADD.
Okay.
ER.
All right, the Adder.
Adder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lucid X Plastic.
Pin high, well left of the basket.
Kyle opting for that sidearm.
Oh, smash that thing flat.
Yeah, it cruised. He knew right away.
It's going to be plenty safe.
Almost in the road. And here you can see Kyle's going to have that OB backdrop, so you really can't run that.
Yeah, that's a no-no run.
You'd be asking for a miracle to try to make something like that.
It's a bit better angle from Prezi.
He has the safe go-ahead.
You could tell a little timid with that one.
Yeah, I don't feel like he really wanted the birdie. He just didn't want bogey. Was the main goal.
That's a full go for Nikko here. He needs this one.
He was looking on that to close the gap on Andrew.
Yeah, to pick one up, that'd have been nice. Now Joel to get one on the card.
Joel with the perfect drive, picking up the birdie on the hard hole.
Mm-hmm.
I'd call this one a bonus,
Yeah,
even though it's very gettable.
He's getting himself into a position now. He's tied Nikko, only 2 back of Presnell with 2 to play.
Right in position. Prezi tapping in that par.
That's right. Headed into hole 17. And guys, I got to take a quick second and thank Swarm Digital Marketing for sponsoring this drone coverage. They are disc golfers that believe that there are a bunch of professionals in the disc golf world that could use their resources, SEO, a logo, online reputation management. It could be any of those things. Give Swarm Digital a call, mention GK Pro, and you'll get free consultation. Big thanks to those guys for throwing down on this coverage here. Zach, second par 4 of the round.
So you'll see this one is a little bit of a softer par 4. A lot of these big arm players can almost get to the tree line, and then from there it's just about picking your line and getting that upshot. Joel really not messing with this one, just throwing the stock flat to hyzer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all about that second shot. Anyways, there's 250 feet of fairway that you can land in. You're going to have to hit a gap regardless.
Prezi busting out the flexing on that shot.
Trusting something stable.
That'd be about the same position as Joel.
Mm-hmm.
Nikko clearing the runway for takeoff. Getting some push out of that shot.
He's been throwing this disc really well.
Yeah. Great shot from Nikko there. As you can see, he gets it to drift a little more right. Getting a little extra distance out of that drive. And our young gun, Kyle. I feel like he was just going to let loose on this one.
I thought so too. That was a bit conservative.
It was. I thought he was going to go full flex bomber on us.
I think he was still longest though.
Absolutely.
All right, Presnell, first to hit the gap. This is about 80 feet past where it's been in years past, and wow. That looked like the biggest hallway, and he never was close to a tree there, Zach.
No doubt. Pretty much out of his hand, he knew it was good. Joel. Oh, no. Accidentally drifting it over down that inside line.
I loved it. Like, I thought it was perfect.
Wasn't exactly perfect, but
Just flipped up on him a little bit.
Kyle celebrating a gap hit. Unfortunately, it's hole 17, not hole 2.
Right. He's had a struggling day, but he's kept his composure.
Yeah, he has.
Done really well out there.
Had a good attitude about it. That's perfect from Nikko.
Yeah.
Weighted exactly right.
We'll see Joel trying to convert on a big birdie here.
Yeah, that's about 80 foot.
Oh!
Gosh, he threw that 79 feet, 10 inches. Goodness gracious.
It was nubbed out, is what we call that.
Yep.
It touched the chains even. I felt like I saw him move.
Yep.
Oh, Joel with a good look, man.
Yeah,
To be
unfortunately.
the only one left out.
I know that stroke he picked up last hole just gives up to the fellas here.
Yeah, swings right back for him. Yeah, he's, as you can see, over the rim. Not on it.
And we've made it hole 18 of JBeast here in Springdale, Arkansas. Plays best, I think, for a little righty forehand, but you can throw a straight putter at it for sure, Zach.
Right, so this is one of those musket holes. It's not a give me per se, but you're going to want to pick this up. If not, you're going to probably be losing strokes here on the field.
Definitely to the pace these guys are setting.
Prezi opting for that backhand turnover.
Yeah, and he's going to have to work a little bit for that one, right about 22 feet.
Yeah, he threw it well, just caught the base of that tree, which kind of filtered him away from the hole a little bit. Nikko also opting for the backhand Cenas.
Go in. Oh, my gosh. Perfect line. That had to look so good from the tee box.
Talk about a teaser. He probably thought it was in the whole way. Kyle also catching the cabbage there on the way in.
Yeah, missed that one a little left for sure.
You still have a putt, though.
This is what I thought we'd see more of. Swinging it around that first tree.
Wow.
Oh, man.
A little long.
Yeah, Joel's going to have to work for that as well. Kyle first, though. Circle's edge.
Yeah, buddy. Nice putt from Kyle there. Not necessarily the best day, but definitely a high note to end on a solid putt like that.
Whoa. Joel. Some dogs barking in the background. It's going to have about a similar length putt for his par now. That's a good hit there.
Didn't necessarily like it out of the hand, but she's in.
Yeah, I wonder if the dogs barking had anything to do with that.
Prezi
There we go.
closing the door on another solid round from Prezi here.
Yeah.
Just played really good golf.
And he's guaranteed himself a 2-stroke lead going into this third and final round. If Nikko can hit this, it'll just be a 2-stroke lead.
Boy, Neek keeping the pressure on Prezi, not letting him get too far away.
Yeah, Joel Freeman, couple back of that. Yeah, class act right there. Nikko Locastro thanking the fans for coming out. We had a pretty good crowd out there. And we see Nikko and Joel playing the bogey-free rounds. We had 3 players, the top 3 players in the field, shoot 11 under. They'll enter the third round the same way they entered the second round. Andrew Presnell up top.
So join us tomorrow for round 3. We'll actually have the same lead card here. We got Prezi shooting 24, Nikko 22, Joel 20.
You got into the double digits yourself a little there, Zach.
Yeah, I was a couple off from making that lead card, but solid round.
Yeah, you've got a chance too. You're like the 5th player in the tournament, really with an opportunity to win this if you catch hot, which you definitely have the ability to.
Barking on their heels.
Yep, let them know. All right, guys, that does it. Thank you for joining us. Big thanks to Dynamic Discs Northwest Arkansas. and Fayette Chill for sponsoring this coverage. Also, big thanks to Swarm Digital Marketing for sponsoring our drone coverage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with that final round tomorrow. See you there.